For data privacy can be that data privacy mandates will become more common as organizations store more types of sensitive data in larger amount over a longer period of time. They will be under increasing pressure to be transparent about what data they collect and how they analyze and use it, and also why they need to retain it. Second, protections can be that new big data analytic tools will enable organizations to perform deeper analysis of legacy data, discover uses for which the data was not originally intended, and combine it with new data sources. Big data analytics tools and solutions can now dig into data sources that were previously unavailable and also identify new relationships hidden in legacy data. Protection strategies. Traditional data security is network and system centric, but today's hybrid and multi cloud architectures spread data across more platform agnostic locations and incorporate more data types than ever before. Some of the strategies for the data management can be that discover, classify, and understand a wide range of sensitive data, index, inventory, handling data subsets and identities to support data access, rights, and notifications, able to perform continuous risk analysis for sensitive data to understand risk exposure, prioritize available data protection, resources and investments. Um, also, we need automated centralized big data privacy tools that integrate with big data tools like Cloudera, Sentry, Amazon SC, and Hunt and Box Ranger to streamline and facilitate the process of managing data access, such as viewing, changing, and adding access policies. The top three big data privacy risks. When big data offers a variety of benefits to organizations of all shapes and sizes, it also comes with several noteworthy privacy risks, which includes data breaches, data brokers, and data discrimination. Data breaches occurs when information is accessed without authorization. The sale of unprotected and incorrect data is considered to be data brokerage, and if the data consists of customer demographic information, organizations may develop algorithms that penalize individuals based on age, gender, and ethnicity, which are called data discrimination. Now I would like to ask Nilima to continue with the rest of the slides. Thank you.
Thank you, Diksha. We are coming to the next slide, that is best practices. Here it is described into four things, that is employ real-time monitoring, implementing homomorphic encryption, avoid collecting too much of data, and then prevent internal threats. To explain it briefly, employ real-time monitoring means like if any of the problem occurs, we need to give the solution in within the time and we have to be ready. And then the implement homomorphic encryption means like the encryption is a form where all allows users to compute data without decrypting it first. This form of encryption should be implemented to store and process information in the cloud to prevent organizations from revealing private information. Coming to avoid collecting too much of data, like we just have to collect the data which is necessary. An organization may not need the social security numbers of their customers. Like for examples, the passwords, the usernames may only be necessary. Like all the other stuff can be deleted. By this, we can. It is a best practice to do the big data privacy. And then coming to the prevent internal threats, organizations are also exposed to internal privacy threats from angry or simply uninformed employees, where there is no essential to educate them on best practices for ensuring data privacy, like changing passwords and logging of unused computers is also a best practice. Can you please go to the next slide? It is the tools which are used in the big data privacy, that is cloud compatible, automation, user friendly design. Cloud compatible is that where we need to choose the tools only where it is compatible with the cloud. Then comes to the user friendly design. The tools which are used in big data privacy are like it has to be easily understandable to the employees and the users as well. Like people cannot waste their time or their organization time in like teaching all the employees. And then coming to the most organizations don't have time to manually protect the data from privacy threats. Therefore, organizations should opt an tool that allows to automate the process. Coming to the next slide, that is privacy requirements in big data. Here it describes about the specification of piracy policies, generation of productive enforcement monitors, integration of the generated monitors into the target analytics platform. Here, the integration of generated monitors, I would explain more in detail, that is into the target analytic platforms. Enforcement techniques proposed for traditional DBMS appear inadequate for the big data context due to strict execution of necessities needed to handle large data volumes, the heterogeneity of the data, and the speed by which we have to be analyzed. Coming to the next slide, please. The continuation of the same thing. Here I would like to explain about new paradigms for privacy conformance testing for the 4 areas of the ETL, that is extract, transform, and load. Pre-Hadoop process validation, MapReduce process validation, ETL process validation, and report testing reports are another form of questions, conceivably with higher visibility and wider audience. Privacy terms that characterize purpose are fundamental to check that sensitive data is not reported with the exception of the specified users. Then coming to the next slide, that is data generation phase, which is divided into 2 categories, that is access restrictions and falsifying data. Access restriction, if the data owner overthinks that the data may recover sensitive information which is not supposed to share, to refuse to provide such data. If the data owner is giving the data passively, a few measures could be taken. And coming to falsifying data, in some circumstances, it is unrealistic to access a sensitive data. In that case, data can be distorted using certain tools. Lastly, the certain security tools can be used to mask individuals' identity, such as MaskMe. This is especially useful when the data owner needs to give the credit card details amid online shopping. Further, my friend Avinash will continue with the PPT. Thank you.
Thanks, Nalima. Hi, sir. This is me, Avinash. So I'm going to talk about the challenges. The various challenges in big data privacy are big data security issues surfacing, protecting transaction logs and data, validation and infiltration of endpoint inputs, securing distributed framework, calculation and other processes, securing and protecting data in real time. So why big data security issues are surfacing? Big data is nothing new to large organizations. However, it's also becoming popular among smaller and medium-sized firms due to the cost reduction, and it provides ease to manage data. So cloud-based storage has facilitated data mining and collection. However, the big data and cloud storage integration has caused a challenge to privacy and security threats. The reason for such breaches may also be that security applications that are designed to store certain amounts of data cannot hold the big volumes of data. Similarly, data stored in storage mediums such as transaction logs and other sensitive information, they may have varying levels, but that's not enough. For instance, the transfer of data between these levels gives the IT manager insight over the data which is being moved. Data sites being continuously increased, the scalability and availability makes the auto-tiering necessary for data storage management. Similarly, validation and filtration of endpoint inputs. Endpoint devices are the main factors for maintaining big data. Storage, processing, and any other necessary tasks are performed with the help of input data. And computational security and databases in distributed frameworks like MapReduce function of Hadoop, they mostly lack security protections. And due to large amount of data generation, most organizations are unable to maintain regular checks. So, next slide. So, protecting access control method of communication and encryption, secure data storage devices, and it's an intelligent step in order to protect the data. Yeah, because most often the data storage devices are vulnerable and it's necessary to encrypt the data. So, going to talk about the challenges. So this is the encryption, centralized key management, user access control, intrusion detection and prevention, physical security. Yeah, encryption, the encryption tool needs to secure the data in transit and at rest, and they need to do it across massive data volumes. Encryption also needs to operate on many different types of data, both user and machine generated. Encryption tools, they are also need to work with different analytics tools and their output data and on common big data storage formats. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the conclusion. Big data is analyzed for bits of knowledge that leads to better decision and strategic moves for powering business. Organizations must ensure that all big data bases are immune to security threats and vulnerabilities. During data collection, all the necessary security protections such as real-time management, this should be fulfilled, keeping in mind the huge size of data. And organizations should remember the fact that managing such data could be difficult and require extraordinary efforts. However, taking all these steps would maintain the consumer privacy. Moving forward to the another slide. These are the references, and so this all. Thank you, sir.